So here we have 3 brand new Orient watches, courtesy of Watch Nation, and it's a brand new chronograph that is exclusive to their store at the moment. You'll find a link to it in the video description, along with a 25% discount code off this particular Orient model. That's Ben25. They also have an additional 1 year's warranty on top of the manufacturer's warranty, and they've got some other exclusive models in addition to this one, which includes the Mako 20th Anniversary Diver 2. But yeah, let's take a quick look and see what we've got here. Now these should just be 3 different versions of the same watch, and these are all on loan as well. They'll all be going back to Watch Nation. So unlike some of the recent Bambinos, which came in really long packaging, this has gone back to the old style stuff. There we go, there's 1, 2, 3. And I saw the press release for these quite some time ago, and I was relatively excited. Now, there was one thing holding me back in my excitement, and that was the sizing, because loads of places reported that these were 43 millimeters, but this definitely isn't 43 millimeters. That must have included the crown. And here it is, your first close-up look at the Orient Stretto chronograph. From what I can tell, this seems like a new solar chrono version of one of the previous open heart watches, only I think this one is smaller, thankfully, which suits the module inside it. And just like that one, this has got a really nice dial again. I'm not sure if this is the only 3 colors this comes in, but we do have 3 to look at here. We've got this light blue version. I'll give you a real close-up on that. Yeah, it's got a relatively decent sunburst. Unusual choice of subdial colour there, I've got to say. But yeah, the case looks nice. It's not the best from side on, but from above it looks pretty decent. I thought these looked pretty good from the looks of these stock images in the press release. And yeah, they definitely look as good in person. There's a steel bracelet there too. On this one, you've got a screw back. It says 5 bar on it as well, which is something, not the best. Does have a sapphire crystal at least. And the only thing I can really see with the bracelet that might be a concern is just the fact you only have 2 micro adjustments, and it's quite a large link size. So you may be a little bit stuck there if you get unlucky. And also it's just not the best looking clasp in general. But yeah, let's take a look at some of these other colors, which I think might look even better, or at least more understated. So this one looks like it's like either a black or a really deep blue. I can't quite make it out. I think this could be the best looking one of the bunch though. It looks really sleek. We'll get the calipers out in a minute and judge the exact size. But I like the look of that, really do. Yeah, it looks like there's definitely a tinge of really dark navy in there. I think that'll look pretty snazzy on wrist. Let's take a look at the other one, which will probably end up being the most popular one. And here it is, the panda coloured version with white and see the black, or again a really dark navy. And these watches were released at almost an identical time to some of the new colour versions of the Mako chronograph. The Mako chronograph looks okay, but I definitely prefer the look of these myself. Give that movement a run. There we go. And you'll notice, even though it's like a solar chronograph, it's still got like a semi-smooth chronograph hand there. It's not perfectly smooth, but it's on par with most typical mecha quartz movements. Let's see how fast it resets if I stop it. Yeah, it's got the typical slower quartz style reset there, but really love the detailing on the dial. Certainly looks much more expensive. I can't remember the exact price tag, but I know it was quite low already. It definitely looks better than that. Let's get it sized up. I've just had a really close-up look off camera. This is surprisingly nice. Like, it's got really shiny beveled rings around each of the subdials, and then kind of the same thing again in that trough around the perimeter. Yeah, Orient is definitely on fire in the design department. So widthways, I'd say it's actually good news. That seems, it's not even 40 mil, let alone 43. I've got that as about 39.7 without the crown. With the bezel itself, almost bang on 39 millimeters. So that should be pretty versatile. It's got a very conforming bracelet too. Lug to lug, somewhere around 48 mil, just over 48. So not huge. It's not the thinnest watch out there. It could definitely be thinner. 11.1, yeah. At least it's not a domed crystal. That would have ballooned it. But yeah, even with the slightly smaller than expected dimensions. It is definitely too big for my arm. So my arm's pretty small, 6¼ inches. An average size wrist, say close to 7 inches, should probably be able to pull this off. Or a larger wrist. I think this would suit a larger wrist surprisingly well. That looks reasonable on wrist. Let's see the other two. There's the darker coloured one. I think that's definitely the one to get if you're looking at this watch. Almost has like a Art Deco vibe, maybe almost a hint of steampunk vibe in there too. Yeah, pretty cool. Case finishing seems reasonable. It's never been Orient's super strong suit, to be honest, case finishing. This is among the better watches I've seen, but it's certainly not up there with like a San Martin or anything. We'll also have a look at the blue one on wrist. Quite like the unusual pale blue on kind of navy subdials for some reason. I wouldn't have normally said that would go, but no, I'd definitely still go with the darker one for me. Not the thinnest on wrist, as you can see. So yeah, there's a quick first look at the Orient Stretto chronograph. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm quite intrigued to see what you think of this one. And don't forget, if you do want to check it out, I've got a really good discount code in the video description at Watch Nation. I'll also link it on Amazon too if you'd rather shop there instead.